back to Queen Saga. It's your favorite girl, Queen, and I'm excited to be back here. So in my last video, I said I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences coming to ekpoma. Is it experiences or experience? Okay, let me just continue. I said I'm going to be sharing. I said I'm going to be sharing my experience, like how I got to ekpoma, the whole journey before ekpoma, and the whole school, the admission processes and all now. So I'm going to be relating all those to everyone that's looking at me right now, yeah. So if you're just watching my video for the very first time, you're welcome to the family, welcome to the Saga City. Yeah, in this place we have loads of fun and we learn a lot. Yeah, welcome, and please, I want you to subscribe to my channel. Just press that, that red button that you are seeing there, that the now is white now, right in the middle. Just subscribe, just click it, and also click on the notification bell right beside it to get notified whenever I release a video. Yeah, so coming to today's video, where should I start from? Okay, let me start from when I wrote my WAEC and when I started. After WAEC was jam, before WAEC was jam. Can I remember? It's like as if it was after WAEC I wrote jam. I cannot really remember, but so it was. So I wrote my jam, and the choices I filled in, I was not even dreaming of coming to this school that they call ekpoma, this place that they say water is not good, there's courses, there's skinny con. I wasn't thinking of it though. Like, I wasn't letting those things get in my mind, but I did not just want AAU for a school. Trust me. So I wanted to be in Lagos because I was born and brought up in Lagos. Yes, I wanted to remain in Lagos, either Unilag or Yabatek or even LASU. I was ready to go to any of those schools. So as God will have it, I tried. I wrote my jam. I got C. It's not like as if I got above the cutoff mark that was needed for the course I wanted to study, but I did not get the admission. So I tried Unilag, I tried Yabatek. Those two schools didn't give me admission, man. So at that point, my mom now advised that I go to my secondary school because my proprietor actually likes this school called AAU. Most of his students, like my senior colleagues before me, they actually are in this school, and he's aware of all those things. So he likes this place for a school. I'm not sure he's still going to like it after now, because hey, you has messed up big time. So I went back to my proprietor, Mr. Frank. Then I related to him, was like, you Shebi, I asked you to write jam with me, you said no. Now you have gone and write jam. You did well. I know you're my student, you know book, you did well, but do you get admission? No. You have come back, but you not come back. Agaracha, I've go and come back. And so at that time I didn't even want to feel, but I was just like, Mr. Frank, I've come. So just tell me what to do next, or do what you can do. So I had to retake jam, go through the whole process again. Like, I even had issues because I had already registered for jam, and at that time they were like, the number I used to register for jam first time cannot use the second time. I started looking for somebody's number to use, creating emails that now I cannot even remember the password. Jesus. God. It was just one experience for me. So because my proprietor was actually handling it, like it was solely handling it, like even down to the course I'm studying, I really liked the fact that he came into the picture, because I knew that he was the one my parents, or especially my mom, were actually listening to. Because me, as I am like this, what I wanted was either psychology or a male course. I didn't like anything for a female, like any female course. I wasn't interested. I didn't like it because I don't really know how to effectively relate or manage relationship with the female gender. I know most girls have this issue. It's not our fault. It is just natural. Trust me. So I needed psychology because I loved psychology. Like, I love psychology as some, like, I really needed to. I saw myself talking to people, or just looking at people and seeing that, okay, fine, there's a problem, wanting to know the right places to touch people's life and all of that, the emotions and all. So I love psychology for a course. But my parents were like, there's no money in psychology. Psychology is not a core course in Nigeria. It's not this, not that. But I was not looking at it from this view of how much is going to put in my bank account. It is necessary, but I picked psychology because of my love and my passion for it. But you know how it is now. My parents was like, what do you have to psychology? To psychology care. Where have you heard that they are So being the good girl that I was, I adhered, and the courses I filled in for my Unilag and Yabatek was nursing and biochemistry. I guess Unilag I filled medicine one time before I did change of course to biochemistry. Oh my god. So finally, getting to speak with Mr. Frank actually influenced my engineering idea. Like Mr. Frank was like, no, I know Queen, she was my head girl. I know this girl, she's a physics freak, for that math freak, and she doesn't really relate with girls. So engineering would be the best field for her to go into. I was so happy because I did not know how I would have explained to my parents that I want to do engineering. Like, I do not know, because they'll be like, kill of engineering shit to be on one much very palming. So I was so happy because once Mr. Frank has said that this is what he wants to do, and then when I was in school, he was like my father. And my parents knew that, okay, fine, me and Mr. Frank, my proprietor, we actually had one close relationship, like a father to daughter relationship. So they actually respect his decisions when it comes to my academics. So that was one good thing for me. So I was so happy that finally I'm gonna dress like a boy, I'm gonna talk to guys, I'm not gonna do shit with guys. God, don't mind me, but I was so happy about it. So since Mr. Frank was early and I trusted Mr. Frank so much, see me, I wasn't bothered about if I'll gain admission. I did not even do any follow-up. Like, even when I got admitted, I did not carry my phone to check. You know how students will be anxious to do, let's go and check admission list, whatever. I did not want them. Someone just called me and said, Koi, no, you have been granted admission, no, come and pay acceptance fee. And when the news came, I was not excited. I'm telling you the truth. Because at that time, I had already started doing something that I loved so much. Alright. So after I handed over, let me tell you what I was. After I handed over my admission process to Mr. Frank and he was the one handling it, I went out to work. So the first thing I did, the first place I worked after secondary school was an air factory, X-Brighter. I can never ever forget X-Brighter in my full life. Like, people that I have friends now from X-Brighter and they, wow, oh my god, like X-Brighter was one whole experience for me. After, so like, immediately I didn't sit at home, I went to work sharp because I already had this mentality that, guy, money has to be made. See, my nail has gone off. I will not fix last nails in my life again. See, 3 gone. So as I was saying, I went to X-Brighter. It was one hard work to do, trust me, because we had to deal with chemicals, we had to deal with piping, I was not even in the packaging department. I was in the air making department. There's a way they make these coily wavons. I was in that section where they make coily wavons, and sometimes the air they make, the chemical on it would have not been dried yet because they want us to make targets. So we have to roll these things with the chemical, and then it affected my skin. Like, my hands peeled off, the whole piping process and all. So it got to one point I stopped working at X-Brighter because I got a better offer that actually changed my life. Like, that has an impact in my life till now. Like, it's part of what this thing I'm doing. I became an intern with Tech Gist. Shout out to Mr. Matt. Woo! Mr. Matt, please make sure you watch this, unless I'll beat you. Sorry. So Tech Gist. How did I get to know who Tech Gist is, and how did I get to work with Tech Gist? Okay, so the CEO Tech Gist is Mr. Matt, and when I was in secondary school, he was my data processing teacher. And it happened to be that, him being my data processing teacher, my elder sisters actually schooled in the same school with his elder sister. So it was not just this teacher to student relationship. There was how should I call it now? There was a family tie beforehand that I just knew that, okay, fine, this is the Okechukwu's son. I knew that, okay, fine. So he actually called me up and was like, he needed an intern, and I was glad because social media. I don't know. I was not just this person that goes online, do Instagram. Mr. Matt was this person that first showed me how to use Instagram, like from creating an account to managing to everything I know about Instagram, like every basic thing about it. Was Mr. Matt that actually taught me those things because it was an analyst. Should I call him an analyst? Yes, analyst. how do you call it in that time again? No, social media manager. Yes, the social media manager, and he also run adverts. That's tech just for you. Any advert issues, he solves it. Like Blake, see, trust me, there's no issue. It might take time though, but trust me, it's going to get to the end of it. If you are having payment issues for your advert, tech gist is just the go. Trust me. So working with tech gist was a wonderful experience for me. So this was what I was doing within the space that Mr. Frank was handling my admission thing. I wasn't even bothered. I was just giving myself into learning new things and becoming better. I became better at doing so many things. Like, it was more like a self-development time for me at that moment. So being better and developing means at that time of my life, I got to know how to manage social media accounts, how to respond to DMs, how to do plans, how to even design with Canva. And see, so it was one massive, because it was not this bossy experience. Like, it was not boss to employee experience for me. It was internship, and internship, like, it was more like a friendship deal, because it was all these strict I actually was able to learn. And at the time, I had challenges learning from Mr. Matt because we had issues though, but later on I flowed when Mr. Chiazo came into the picture. My daddy, like, my daddy is my daddy, because I used to call him my daddy because when I was very young, very young, like when I was 6 or 7, that's when I've known Mr. Chiazo. And it was when I actually told Mr. Chiazo that I could actually call me and make me his intern. Yeah, so Mr. Chiazo was a better teacher, and I learned more from him because he was more of a tactical person. He always tells you this is it, like, he will give you actionable steps, step by step. Queen, sit down, do this like this, do this like that. So it actually helped me to learn. So all this story I'm telling you about me being an intern with tech and managing social media account just gives you that notification in your head that this is your girl that is down here. She has so many abilities, trust me. See, I'm just unleashing them step by step. We're going to get to the peak of it all. You understand? So it means that I have an experience and I have the knowledge in managing social media accounts, especially when it comes to business. Like your business, you want to make sale on Instagram and make sale on Facebook. And Mr. See, I'm not the pro in this field, but I have pros there. Mr. Chiazo is one big pro I know. Like, close sale deals for you, and you think it's not possible to make sales online. See, I'm telling you, it is very possible to make massive sales online, that you will not have to go to the market and this is all those stress. You will not do those things. So coming back to Mr. Frank and all, he actually told me, okay, fine, you've gotten admission. I was somehow not wanting to feel the vibe of the admission again, because I already found something that interested me so much and I wanted to continue doing, but nevertheless I had to come to school. Yeah, so we traveled on the 5th of January. That was on a Sunday. But we are plenty, not just me. We were like 12, so we had to take 2 buses. Imagine, like, it became like family, like as if, you know, when you don't do family meeting in your village, that all of you, both your uncle, your auntie, now have to come. That was how it was like, because we were up to 12. So coming to ekpoma on that Sunday was one journey, because I've never ever embarked on such a long journey all my life, man. But trust me, I was just putting on the positive vibes, the cool girl thing. Like, I was just being cool and, you know, soft and just expecting the best, even if I did not know what I was supposed to see there. So the journey was one long one. Trust me, it was up to 8 hours on the road, or more than 8 hours. So we landed in an hotel in ekpoma, all of us. So that means we had to book rooms, we had to stay together, we had to kill. Since we were 12, we now booked 4 rooms. So 3 people had to stay in one room. I was in Mr. Frank's room. Me, Mary, Mr. Frank, before one girl now come and join us. See, God, I've not experienced, that was the first hotel experience I had in my life. I have not gone to any hotel in my life. I stayed. Like, that was the first hotel experience for me. So we spent 4 days there before Mr. Frank helped us to get accommodation. He was the one doing all the whole running around. Like, I did not get to pick a room for myself. I did not get to pick what kind of place I want to stay in ekpoma for myself. Like everything was decided by our proprietor, Mr. Frank, and he ended up putting almost all of us in one compound. So in my compound, now people used to come and wonder that how of you in this compound, Yorubani? How of you know yourself in this compound? The secret is that we came together, and the person that brought us there kept us together. So I had a roommate, Nika by name, my very fine Nika. Then, like, we didn't get to choose who we stay with who based on friendship or so. And even the people I was with was just one of them that was my classmate, because I already skipped a year. Like my mates, like people in my class, they already entered school, but because I chose to enter in Ilaga and Yaba Tech, I was at home for a year. So it was not my mates I was with, I was my junior ones. Okay, so it was one cool experience. After hotel pampering, entering into my one room, small one room, it's not self-condo, one room, my life on my leg, I've never stayed in a place that I had to use public toilets. That was one of my major challenges. And the toilet, it was not even a water closet. Oh Lord, oh God, man, God, like I did not know how to explain, but trust me, it was not easy on me. And ekpoma water was bad. It's not was bad, it is still bad. Like bad. And coming to as a fresher, those people, those market men and bike men, they will surely know that you're a fresher, that you're just coming. They extorted, especially me. They extorted me. Back there, you're supposed to enter from here to town to go and buy something that you're supposed to enter for 100 naira, 150. Somebody carried me, only me, 300 naira, and I paid. Hi! Like it was after some months I started getting used to living in my hostel and all, and trust me, there was no even light, no lights, no nothing, no water. We had to contribute for water. Like every 2 weeks we'll pay like 900. And funniest thing, the water that you will get is just one keg. So that one keg of water, I had to get used to managing water. What I did not used to do in my father's house. We want to bath, I used to have bucket of water to bath. I had to put Dettol, plenty Dettol, because the water was reactive to my skin. Me, I didn't used to clean my body before, but when I came to ekpoma, I had to go and buy cream. I went to clean my body because I was looking horrible. It's not horrible. That's how I was looking. I had to get used to the water, the stress. When you get to somewhere newly, the distance, like if you're going to somewhere for the very first time, the distance in your height will be very long. When you go the second time, it want to reduce that. So I had to get used to the distance, because my faculty was very far from the school gate. Like the last place in school, they used to have a Sambisa. There were bushes around. Oh Jesus! God, like it was one next, because that time I have to wake up early. And should I even talk about the classes that they will fix? We wake up early, trek to class. We will not eat. We'll trek to class. We'll get the lecturer will not be there. Like I had to get used to all those stress. And today, trust me, I've gotten over them. Like they are now better. Like I've made friends. They're now better means of going to school safe. You have company. When you're working with your friend and you're talking, trust me, you're not going to feel that somewhere is far. So that first time experience was kind of unbearable, but I had to bear it, right? Another wonderful thing that happened to me in school was the church I ended up attending. I don't know if I mentioned in my last. Yes, another thing that happened to me. Sorry. Another good thing that happened to me in school was the kind of church I chose to attend, or I'm now attending. Like my church has done a lot of good in my mindset. It has built a lot of stuff in my head, and positive things, and positive, like everything is just positive. Trust me. The drive to make money, the drive to love God more, the drive to pray, the drive to build capacity, the drive to develop yourself mentally, spiritually. Everyhow, What Changers Nation taught me those things, and I'm happy I'm there. Like I'm there right now. So this will be stopping for today's video. Alright guys, this will be the end of today's video. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I'm sure you enjoyed my story. I know that you enjoyed my story. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, your comments, and you subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to Queen Saga. I'll see you when I see you next. When I see you next, I'm going to be telling you exactly. I'm going to be telling you what happened to me exactly during the coronavirus period. Anticipate, because the story is very gross and dramatic. Right? Alright, see you when I see you. Bye bye. Bye. Subscribe. Don't even forget to subscribe. Like, you understand? Just subscribe. Let's go. What? Yeah, Jackpot. See you in a minute. Bye bye. It's okay.